don't actually miss them. That's the gentle lie your mind whispers so you don't have to face the truth. What you really miss is the version of yourself that only felt alive when they were still uncertain about you. Electric, focused, desired, like life suddenly turned the spotlight on. Now that uncertainty is gone, so is that version of you. The emptiness you feel isn't just loss, it's identity withdrawal. Here's what almost nobody says out loud. Obsession isn't love. It's not even attachment. It's a brutal validation withdrawal loop. The less they respond, the harder your brain fights to get the high back. Chasing harder, imagining more, dissecting every silence. And the scariest part? It feels exactly like love, even when every sign is screaming that it isn't. Truth number 1. You didn't become obsessed when they were consistent. You got hooked the moment their behavior turned unpredictable. This is intermittent reinforcement, the same psychology that makes slot machines addictive. Your brain gets a bigger dopamine hit from unpredictable rewards than steady ones. One warm reply after days of silence can flood your system harder than weeks of good morning texts ever could. Picture this. 2:17 a.m. Blue light fills your dark room. You've refreshed the chat 10 times. Nothing. Your stomach tightens. Instead of putting the phone down, your mind starts bargaining. Maybe just one more message. That urge isn't romance, it's withdrawal. Your brain begging for the next hit. Truth number 2. Here's where it gets cruel. The mind confuses scarcity with value. The harder someone is to reach, the more valuable they suddenly seem. Even when their actions show clear disinterest, logic sees the truth. Your nervous system doesn't care. You stop observing reality and start negotiating with fantasy. Cold replies become, "They're just guarded." Hours of silence become, "They're independent." A woman sits on her couch after work. Seen 6 hours ago. She tells herself she's fine, but she's already checked her lock screen 4 times in 10 minutes. Her friends are texting her to come out. She ignores them. She's waiting. Now imagine him at his desk in the middle of a busy workday. He's supposed to be finishing an important report, but his mind keeps drifting back to that last message. He rewrites it again and again, deleting, rephrasing, trying to sound effortless while his heart races. He finally hits send, then instantly regrets it. Every notification that isn't from them feels like a small death. He laughs at a coworker's joke, but the laugh feels completely hollow. His real emotional life is now happening inside one silent chat window. This is self-erasure in slow motion. Let's be brutally honest. You're not chasing them. You're chasing the feeling of being chosen, seen, enough. That rush when their replies came fast. When their energy matched yours. When you finally felt like you mattered. And here's the part that actually hurts. Even if they came back tomorrow, the relief wouldn't last. Because the high was never really about them. It was about who you became around their uncertainty. Pause with me for a second. Be honest. If they texted you right now, warm and engaged, would you feel real peace or just relief? Peace comes from stability. Relief is what an addict feels when they get the fix. Most of us have been confusing the two for far too long. It was never complicated. You just didn't want to see it. Obsession doesn't look dramatic. It looks quiet. You delay your goals just in case. You think about them while you're supposed to be focused. You analyze every crumb like a detective desperate for hope. Slowly, your days start revolving around a notification that may never come. Your sense of self shrinks to fit the size of their interest. If this is making you uncomfortable right now, good. It means it's describing you exactly. You don't just lose them. You lose pieces of yourself while waiting for someone who's already shown you where you stand. You weren't confused. You were resisting clarity. Clarity cuts fast and deep. Uncertainty keeps hope alive. And hope is the most addictive drug there is, so you rewrite everything. They're just busy. They'll come around. Be honest, you already knew this. You just didn't want to admit it. But the moment you truly see the loop, it starts losing power, not instantly, but inevitably. Obsession needs your attention, your imagination, your emotional energy. Stop feeding it, and there's nothing left to survive on. You stop checking. You stop rewriting messages at 2 a.m. You stop treating silence like a puzzle you have to solve. At first, the emptiness feels loud, almost unbearable, but slowly, that void turns into clarity, and clarity becomes freedom. Then, one day, they might reach out, not because you finally won them, but because your silence created its own scarcity. And when that message comes, you feel almost nothing. The worst part, you already knew this all along. You were never obsessed with them. You were obsessed with finally feeling like you were enough. And the moment you realize that, you set yourself free. Watch this again when you're ready. Notice how many times your mind tried to protect the illusion the first time. Now imagine yourself 6 months from today. You're walking outside at golden hour. The same phone that once controlled your mood is quietly sitting in your pocket. No compulsive checking, no racing heart when a notification comes. Just calm. You smile at something small. Maybe the sky, maybe a song. And you realize you finally feel like you again. Not the version waiting for someone else to complete you. Just you, whole. So here's my question for you. What version of yourself have you been quietly abandoning while waiting for someone who never truly chose you? And are you ready to take that version back? If this video hit you, leave a comment with the word enough and tell me what you're choosing to reclaim starting today. Save this video. Come back to it when the urge returns. You've got this.